Hey everybody, Master Vrago here with another Battlefront 2 video, and today we're going to talk about the Assault class. So it says here the Assault Trooper specializes in fast close quarters combat. Right now, it kind of feels like one of the weaker of the four classes, but it is still a lot of fun to play and definitely worth trying out. Let's take a look at some of the default abilities. So first we have the Thermal Detonator, which is your standard frag grenade. You're going to throw it in, and after a few seconds it'll explode, doing a ton of damage. Next we have the Scan Dart, which takes out a little miniature pistol, which allows you to shoot a dart that goes fairly far, and wherever it lands it's going to pulse a few times, scanning any enemies in the area. Lastly we have Vanguard, which pulls out a very powerful shotgun that at close range is going to decimate any enemies that are near you, regardless of how much health they have. Short of coming across a hero, you should be able to take anybody out one-on-one with this shotgun out. Now the skills of course can be augmented with the start cards, so let's take a look at the start cards. For the passives, we have Assault Training, Brawler, and Resourceful, which is the same for all four classes. Assault Training is going to allow you to gain a small amount of health if you get last hit on an enemy. Brawler, if you get last hit in melee combat, gives you a small amount of health and it refreshes your abilities. And Resourceful decreases your cooldowns on all of your abilities. For Assault, I would say Resourceful is definitely the best, however I don't have that unlocked yet, so I'm going to go with Assault Training. For the ability replacement cards, Vanguard Refresh is going to replace Vanguard. You still have the shotgun, it still works the same way. However, when you get a kill with the shotgun, it's going to refresh your abilities, including Vanguard itself. So what it does is, when you get a kill with the shotgun, the timer for the shotgun is actually going to reset. Now it doesn't work on assists, it's only kills. So make sure that you're getting the last hit, and you'll be able to actually go on a nice shotgun spree by having this one equipped. Now, the Combat Enhancer replaces the Scan Dart. While I do find Scan Dart can be useful, there are other classes, such as the Specialist, which are really good for passing on intel to your teammates. So, while Scan Dart can help you out in some situations, I feel like Combat Enhancer is going to be a little bit more useful, because what it does is it regenerates your health while you use the ability. So, if you get into a firefight and you win the firefight but you come out barely alive, or you're still in the middle of a firefight and you're dying, you can use this and it's going to regenerate your health. So it's not an instant regen, but it regenerates fairly quickly and it works really well. And last we have the Smart Ion Grenade. This replaces the Thermal Detonator, which in my opinion it's not worth it. Unless you're in a very specific situation, when you're going up against vehicles or a lot of enemy heavies that are using shields, then it might be useful to try using an ion grenade to kind of take them out. It does do quite a bit of damage to the shields and the vehicles, but I believe that the Thermal Detonator would be more useful overall. So we're going to use the Combat Enhancer. Now let's take a look at the assault weapons. The default weapon is the DC-15A. There's no modifications for it, at least in the beta. I'm not sure if this is going to change once the game fully releases, but as of right now, it's got decent range, decent damage, it's got a lower rate of fire, and it overheats fairly quickly. If we take a look at the CR2, it's better almost across the board. It has less range and does less damage, but the rate of fire is absolutely through the roof. And you're going to actually do more DPS with this than you would with the DC-15A. It also has a little bit better cooling power, although it will overheat faster because of the higher rate of fire. And also there are mods that you can put on this. So you have the Ion Shot, which is useful against turrets, vehicles, and shields, but it does less damage to enemy troops. You have Night Vision, which I would say might be helpful in Strike, maybe, but On Assault, right now the map for Naboo, I don't really think it's that necessary because there's not really any dark environments. And then, of course, the final mod is Reduced Recoil, which is definitely going to be the way you want to go because with the higher rate of fire comes the increased recoil. So I would say that this is probably one of the better mods to get on that. Other than that, we have the standard emotes and victory poses, and overall I think the Assault is a lot of fun to play. It does feel a little weak, and you do find yourself dying a little bit more than you do in some of the other classes, but it's definitely a lot of fun, and if you play it right and use that Vanguard correctly, you can definitely have a lot of fun playing on the Assault class. So from here, I'm going to put some clips up of me playing Assault from the past couple of days. I hope you guys enjoy. Leave any comments down below, and have a great day.
Efforts and firepower.
Grenade out. Another cloud. Grenade out. Wiring target. Ion blast penetrating the transport. Covert operations mode ready.
Increase protective measures.
Detecting heavy weapons. Targeting grenade. The Republic has a new ally. Hunter program loading. Another cloud. Grenade Failure to override the East door controls. Clone interference at the East door controls. Override aborted. Wipe out the clone.
see. We're running out of time. Ready another ion disruptor. Got a friend out there. Republic sent an ally. They're closing in on the palace. Fall back along the path. We're hitting the transport. Empty teams opening fire. Need time to move. Target hit! MCC damage! Transport destroyed and Separatists on the run. Patch yourselves up, boys. Follow behind me! What the tripper? Together! Enemy has crossed waypoint Alpha. Withdraw to secondary positions.
On assault, fire! Prepare for attack! Alert! Republic attacks damaging the MTT. Targeting grenade. Infantry charge. All units, charge.